One of my favorite tools for painting outside is the aqua brush pen. I use it for painting with watercolor. But in a few months my brush pen got clogged and I thought I could throw it away. But fortunately there is something like YouTube. And I saw different ways on how to fix the brush pen. I used a method slightly different than the ones I saw. So in this YouTube video I want to show you my way, and I walk you step by step through the process, and in the end I hope your brush pen is fixed as well. So let's start and keep watching till the end, where I give you a few bonus tips on how to store and prevent your brush pen for getting clogged. For this video you will need a bowl or cup for storing the tiny objects. Of course your broken brush pen, paper towel, tweezers and/or a cocktail stick, a bowl for water and soap, water, dish or green soap, and optional you can use some test paper and paint. Daylight is also good because the items in the brush are very small, and keep the kids and pets away to prevent swallowing. First, screw the reservoir from the brush and put it apart. Now we have to be careful. Take the bristles near the holder. If you use another brand, it can look slightly different. Press gently through the part where the reservoir was. Place your finger on top so you don't lose the tiny items. I show you how you can take all the parts apart. Take a look at all the items. You can imagine that these items can get clogged. But I was amazed how genius this brush pen is built. There's a sponge on top of one item and there's a tiny item with a little white straw. Some people take that out as well and put a needle on it to get it out of the holder. In my case, it wasn't necessary, but you can do it if you want. Let's go to the cleaning part. Now we've come to the most important step of the procedure. Pick your bowl, add a little dot of soap and mix it with the water. Now put every item in the water, except the reservoir. Pick some soap out of the bowl with the pipette and put it in the reservoir. If you don't have a pipette, you can add a tiny dot of soap in the barrel and add some water. Move it a bit so the whole belly is filled with soap. Check if every item is underwater, and now you have to wait. Depending on your patience, you can wait for 1 hour or let it soak in overnight. I waited 1 hour, but it's up to you. We're almost there and I can imagine that you are curious if this has worked for you. So let's do the last things. Rinse off the soap under the tap, but be careful not to lose the tiny parts. You can also skip the rinsing and do it afterwards, when the brush is constructed. If you've made a before picture, you can use that now to set every item on the right place. Some parts are a bit tricky and don't fall immediately on the right place, but you can use your cocktail stick or tweezers to help the items. Fill the reservoir with water and place it on the brush. And now it's the moment of truth. I hope you can see it on camera, but I squeezed the body and it has worked. I was so happy and I hope you are too. Let's celebrate it with a painting. But first, let me tell you how to avoid this in the future. always store your brush pen rinsed and empty. If you use paint in the reservoir of the brush, you have to empty the reservoir once in a while. If you use the brush also with gouache or other mediums, then you have to rinse them as well. And always use the cap. It's good for the bristles and dust can climb up in the barrel. Maybe you have some other tips as well. Please add them in the comment section. Now we've come to the end of the video. I hope the video was helpful and your brush pen is fixed again. And please let me know in the comments if it works or if you have questions or suggestions. If you have something else, please write it down as well and I will reply as soon as possible. I hope to hear from you and I hope to see you the next video, and please subscribe to my channel if you want to see more about watercolor.